Heard how popular this event is with players and crowds alike, of course, and we have to take our hat off to the man sitting on the end of the sofa now, Adam Hogg. Adam, great to see you, the event director here on the ATP World Tour Finals. You must be just delighted with the way this event goes from strength to strength, year in, year out, and the way it's going here in your first year in charge.
Indeed, yeah. Since we've been here since 2009, I think as you say, the event has grown. We try and make improvements every year, just small things, just to tweak it. For example, this whole fan zone where we are now didn't exist for the first couple of years, and this was a fairly major development. And then just across all areas of the tournament, be that for the players, for the media, for the sponsors, for the fans, just try and improve and just make it as good a tournament as we possibly can.
How big a team do you have putting this show together?
It's a fairly big team. It's a mixture of sort of ATP people, but also because of the nature of the venue, we work very closely with the guys here at the O2, and then we have a trusted collection of suppliers that we work with. The short time that we have to put this event on before we go live makes it a challenge, so we need to be able to rely on those people to do a job, and to do a job quickly and efficiently, and do it well.
Give us an idea of how much time you do need to get this up, because you do it remarkably quickly.
To say that on last Sunday evening there was a concert in the arena, so first thing on Monday morning we were rolling in, and the arena floor had trucks on it. We already had players in London and they were keen to practice, so on Thursday we had players here on site practicing. On Friday morning we had the players in the arena with it looking as though it looks now, so they could get accustomed to match conditions in that arena. Obviously we had 3 players that hadn't played in that court before, so for them it was something they were really keen to have time on that court.
Just look at the screen as well, Adam. We'll see taking shape rather more quickly even then that you had done, but that's what you were working with.
That is it, yeah. So as you see, and it's very much a 24-hour schedule, just because of the short amount of time that we have. It's not as though at 6 o'clock it's down tools and come back at 9 the next morning. If the company that lays the court are told that their shift starts at 3 in the morning, then that's when they have to come on site and start building, because if they're 2 hours late, that just goes all the way through the process, and midday on Sunday we couldn't change. We had to be good to go for then. So
pretty phenomenal. You can't be late with this one, can you, Cole?
Well, it's absolutely amazing, and it's interesting to me as we saw it being played through when they lay the boards for the court. A lot of people, it's hard to understand how they don't have a tennis court in the O2 Arena. You know, it's laid on these temporary boards and they paint the surface on, but we're quite used to playing on that on the tour around the world and in these huge arenas, and there's none better than the O2. They do such a great job. It's easy as a player to turn up and assume this just all happens, you know, magically overnight. You know, it should all be ready for me, but it's an incredible team effort, obviously, to lay on this event.
Sorry, Colin. And you're also putting the practice courts in as well. I mean, that's no small deal either, is it?
Yeah, so what you see there in the arena is I guess the tip of the iceberg. So all the stuff around here, be it here in the fan zone where we are, the practice courts behind us, practice court down the way, the player areas, the media centre, a lot of that has been going up since the end of September. But that final piece of the jigsaw, which is the arena itself, the court, the lights, everything that is the identity of this event, as it were, that you see it on TV and you know straight away, that's the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals. That's the final piece. But if everything else is not in place, then come that Monday morning when we came in, we'd have no chance. So you have to make sure everything else is good to go, and then just throw all resources into the arena and go like crazy, really, so that come Friday morning the players can get there and have a hit, and come 10:45 on Sunday morning we can open the doors and let the fans in and let the show begin, basically. So.
I'm sure it's gone incredibly smoothly ever since then.
A few little challenges. I think, like a swan, we try and make it as good as we can on the surface, but running around like crazy underneath. But we do our best.
When do you start working for next year's event here at the O2?
It's a good question. Actually, I had a meeting this morning talking about plans for 2015. So there are some things that we've already started talking about before this year's event has even taken place. Wow. So we're constantly sort of thinking what could we do better the following year, and also by the very nature of the ATP as an organisation, we have over 60 tournaments that we're sort of partnered with around the world. They're constantly coming to us for ideas, but at the same time we're going to them and seeing, Shanghai do this really well. It's a great idea. Let's use that in London, Monte Carlo, Indian Wells, wherever. So it's in the sport's mutual interest for all of us to be talking to one another and essentially make the sport better for everyone involved in it.
Indeed. And now it's up and running. You just sit around, watch the matches, occasionally walk on for a presentation ceremony. But what a great job.
Sit courtside and watch 30 matches. Yeah, no, it's good. No, it's busy. It's busy during the week. There's always things that are going on. Coming here being one of them, of course.
On to Holding Court Live.
On to Holding Court Live, indeed. Of course, yesterday was a busy morning with Milos unfortunately pulling out from the tournament. Yeah. So there are logistical challenges in terms of managing that, so that, as Feliciano said in his interview, Kane Nishikori only had an hour and a half's notice that his opponent had changed. From the tournament side of things, that also throws up a whole host of issues, from informing the media, making sure that all the scoreboards that go around the world have the right match there. A whole bunch of things that we need to tick off in a short time frame, and make sure that we're the people that are putting that out there before the world of social media. It's out there before we've officially confirmed it and put everything in place. So that was a busy turnaround. There have been quieter mornings, but that's the buzz of events.
Indeed. Well, I do congratulate you and your team, Adam, for putting on yet another great event here this year. Tremendous. And thanks for joining us as well.
No problems at all.
Great. Enjoy the rest of the tennis.
Thank you.